You know what's weird? You have big dreams, like really big. You want to build something meaningful, maybe start a business, become fit, or make an impact that outlives you. But when it's time to actually do the work, you freeze. You delay. You research. But deep down, you know it's just glorified procrastination. You're not dumb. You're not unmotivated. You're just lazy but ambitious. Because you know what you want, you can see it so clearly, but the gap between your vision and your actions keeps getting wider every day. In this video, we'll break down why that happens, and more importantly, how to fix it. Lower the activation energy. You know why most ambitious people stay stuck? It's not because they don't care. It's because starting feels heavy. You dream of success, but when it's time to move, you freeze. You overthink. You wait for motivation. Motivation won't start the engine. Momentum will. So stop trying to fight your laziness head on. Outsmart it. Make starting so easy that your brain has no excuse to say no. Want to go to the gym? Don't plan a 2-hour session. Just put on your shoes. Want to write? Don't aim for a chapter. Just open the doc and type one sentence. This is called lowering the activation energy, reducing the mental barrier between thinking about it and doing it. So next time you catch yourself delaying, ask, what's the smallest possible step I can take right now? Then do that. Just that. Because you don't need a massive push to change your life. You just need to start moving. Before we talk about the second thing, we need to understand, why are you ambitious but lazy? The funny thing about being lazy but ambitious is it actually feels good. You imagine your dream life, the success, the recognition, the money, the peace. Your brain releases dopamine just by thinking about it. And that's the trap. See, your brain doesn't fully distinguish between dreaming and doing. So every time you fantasize about your goals, your brain rewards you, just as if you've already achieved something. That's why you feel motivated for 5 minutes. And then, nothing. It's also the case when you tell others about your dream. You talk about what you're going to do, not what you've done, but what you will do. Telling people about your big ambition and big dreams makes you feel important. It feels like you've achieved something. But in reality, nothing has changed. So if you want to change things, stop dreaming about it. Stop telling people about it. Start doing. When you start working on your dream and then tell people about it, you'll notice something powerful. There are people who will actually help you make it happen. You'll also notice your circle will change. Before, you were sharing your ambition with just anyone for a quick dopamine hit. Now, you'll share it with people who can actually help you achieve it. The second thing to do is set deadlines, not dreams. You know what kills ambition faster than laziness? Vague goals. I'll start next week. I'll do it when I feel ready. That's not ambition. That's a daydream with no expiry date. Lazy but ambitious people love to plan big. They build castles in their head. I'll be rich. I'll be fit. I'll start a business. But they never set a deadline. And without a deadline, the brain has zero urgency. When something doesn't have a finish line, you'll always find a reason to start tomorrow. So here's the fix. Turn your dream into a countdown. Make it real. Make it uncomfortable. Say, I'll apply for that job by Friday. I'll post my first YouTube video by the 20th. I'll lose 3 kilos before the end of this month. When you set a deadline, laziness starts to panic. And that's good, because panic turns into action. If you've watched Death Note, you can relate. When Light knew time was limited, his brain worked like a weapon. Sharp, strategic, doing whatever needed to be done. He didn't waste time thinking if he could do it. The countdown forced him to act. That's how you use pressure to your advantage. Deadlines create tension, and tension creates movement. So stop saying, someday. Write a date, circle it, make it your turning point. The third thing you can do is replace motivation with momentum. You can't build your dreams waiting for the right mood. Motivation is a feeling, and feelings don't build empires. Momentum does. Let me explain. Momentum is when you move before you feel ready. It's when you do one small thing, and that thing creates energy for the next. You don't wait for the spark. You create it. That's the secret. Action first, emotion later. Let's say you want to start a YouTube channel. Don't wait for inspiration. Record one messy video, upload it, learn, Repeat. Each small move builds confidence, and that confidence becomes your fuel. Think of it like pushing a car. At first, it's heavy, it resists, but once the wheels turn, even a little, it gets easier. That's momentum. So forget motivation. Momentum? That's the engine that keeps you moving, even when it's not exciting. Start small, stay consistent, because once you build momentum, even laziness can't stop you. The fourth thing you can do is create external accountability. You know what kills most ambitious people? Silence. When no one knows your goals, there's no pressure to follow through. You can fail quietly, disappear quietly, and no one ever calls you out. That's why you need external accountability. See, when your goals live only in your head, they're just dreams. But the moment you say them out loud, they become promises. And promises carry weight. It's not the same as talking about your goal for a dopamine hit. It's about creating accountability. Let me explain. Imagine Naruto training to become Hokage. If he never told anyone his goal, he could have quit after the first punch from Sasuke. But he told the entire village. He made his dream public, and that pressure, it forced him to keep going, even when it hurt. That's the power of accountability. When people expect something from you, your brain flips a switch. You don't want to look like a talker. You want to prove it. Here's how you build it. Tell someone your goal, a friend, mentor, or even your audience. Let them see you chase it. Set deadlines. Someday means never. Give your dream a date, even if it scares you. Get a partner or community. Surround yourself with people who are moving, because laziness can't survive in motion. When you're accountable only to yourself, it's too easy to break your word. But when you're accountable to someone else, you rise to the version of you they believe in. So tell someone, make it public, because once your dream is out there, it's not just yours anymore. It's a promise you have to keep. The last thing you have to look out for is redefine rest. Learn active recovery. Here's something most lazy but ambitious people get completely wrong. You think rest means doing nothing, scrolling your phone, watching random videos. That's not rest, that's escape. And escape doesn't recharge you, it drains you even more. If you truly want to move forward without burning out, you have to learn active recovery. That means resting in a way that restores your energy, not kills your drive. You don't stop moving, you move smart. So instead of numbing yourself with dopamine hits, do this. Change your environment. Go outside. Touch the world. A 10-minute walk can reset your mind better than hours of scrolling. Do something low effort but meaningful. Read a few pages of a book, journal your thoughts, or just sit and think about your next small step. This keeps your brain engaged without overwhelming it. Reward rest after progress. Make your rest earned. Work first, rest later. When your brain knows it has to win the rest, it starts craving productivity. Let's say you are an artist on TikTok who promised himself, no Netflix unless I've painted for 30 minutes. That one small rule changed everything. Within a year, you went from lazy sketcher to full-time digital artist with millions of followers. You didn't rest less, you just redefined how you rested. Lazy people aren't always lazy. They're often overstimulated and underrested. You don't need more motivation, you need better recovery. Let's start your journey from dreaming to doing. After watching this video, just write down the key points. Try to follow even one of these steps. Even if you can't do all of them, just remembering them will start to change your mindset. Humans don't change overnight. First, you have to build the mindset. Start taking small steps, and before you know it, you'll already be where you once dreamed of.